Hello, welcome to JOU206, Introduction to Newswriting. This is a video for the couple of you who couldn't come to our first class. I'm going to go through the material from the first session and hopefully get it all together for you. This is the beginning of my semester too. And then please, it's extremely important that you come to class. This is not an online class, although I do occasionally make videos for people who have to miss class. Remember, unless your absence is excused, it could become a serious thing, so please come to class. Okay, having said that, this is, of course, the Brightspace page. And if you're brand new to this class, maybe you're brand new to Brightspace because you're a beginning student, well, you have to become familiar with Brightspace. So go to Brightspace and go to our class, which you should be registered for and should be available to you. If it's not, let me know right away. Email me. And this is what it would look like, or a little different because the student view is different. So let's go ahead and go to the main page, Introduction to Newswriting. And what does it say? It says that this course aims to introduce you to techniques and responsibilities of newswriting, news gathering. So what this course really is it's 2 parts. And it's why it's 4 credits, not just 3 credits, but 4 credits, an extra credit, because there's kind of an in-class, you must come to class, you must engage with assignments, you must submit assignments. That's one thing, that's worth 3 credits. And the other, but still required to fulfill the class, is there's an online system called Newsroom 101, which you will have to sign up for. Do you need to sign up for it today? Well, if not today, tomorrow, soon. And you'll be receiving the instructions about that. And I will send you copies of all these handouts that I would have handed out in class. I'll send you copies of them in this email where you find the link to this video. Okay, good. So what this stuff does is it really, the online tools give you a lot of the nitty-gritty through testing and practice, a lot of the nitty-gritty basic skills you need. So it's extremely important content, extremely important that you engage with it, and you almost have to continue. You have to get it right to continue. So you've got to do it. So there's all that stuff. And then we're going to be going over in class a lot more of the stuff from the textbook and more like, and probably more than from the textbook, more like exercises in class that you can practice with. So anyway, that's a bit disjointed. Well, let me just say that there is a syllabus here, but I'm going to show you the syllabus summary. Okay, here's the syllabus summary. Syllabus summary. I don't have a teaching assistant, and I guess I probably won't have one, which is too bad. But anyway, so no contact information. My contact information is here. You will need textbooks. You need Inside Reporting by Tim Harrower, 3rd edition. I'm going to hold it up to this little camera. So you'll need this textbook, and you need it very soon. The first reading, I believe, is going to be available here on Brightspace, but you need it very soon. You also need to have the Associated Press style book. Here's the Associated Press style book. I think getting the hard copy, sure, it gets updated every couple of years, but if you get one now, a new one, this is the 57th edition, 24 to 26, it'll last you for a good 5-10 years. And it's not just about news writing, it's about all kinds of writing. The skills you learn here will be very useful to you. So it's not the easiest book to use, but it's an extremely important book, and you need it. So you need those 2 things. Newsroom 101. Okay, so there'll be a handout regarding it. I'll just tell you, you have to go sign up for Newsroom 101. It's $35. And you can't do that with any other money. You have to have a credit card or a PayPal account to sign up for it. You can't do it with your financial aid. You can't do it with the bookstore or anything else. I had warned you about this weeks ago in an email that came from me welcoming you to the class, saying you're going to have to do this. Well, now you have to within a few days. So please sign up for the Newsroom 101. There's going to be an introductory kind of assessment test in an upcoming class, and then you're going to definitely have to have it. Also, I will ask you to go get the New York Times You're going to need that, a New York Times free subscription through the college, and I've given you instructions already how to do it, but you'll get them again. So I suggested a binder and a notebook, a steno notebook, a small notebook for taking notes to, a regular notebook, a binder or folders to keeping all your handouts. Grades. This course has 5 major components, each valued at 20% of your grade. Newsroom 101 quizzes. You will have to keep on track with that. And although there will be deadlines, what's really important is you get it all done by the end. And if you do it all, you will get a good grade in it, because you can't not. Because you almost have to get a very good grade to continue on to the next step. So you're going to sign up for Newsroom 101, and you're going to do those quizzes. That's one thing. Current events quizzes, yes. But because you have to read the New York Times, and you're going to do the weekly New York Times news quiz, and you're going to submit it to me that you've done it. You're going to show me a screenshot or save me a PDF of it. Public PDF is the best. And you will do best on it if you are learning the content through reading the paper. But even if you don't, just by having to engage with that, you will have to get some content, because you will have to get the answers for it or get them wrong. So that's another chunk of your grade. Textbook chapter quizzes. There's going to be chapter quizzes on the textbook content. You're going to have to do them online through Brightspace, and then that will be a grade. And then there's homework assignments, which are going to be regular homework assignments. Let's see, we had Newsroom 101. I'm keeping count here. Newsroom 101, current events quizzes, textbook chapter quizzes, homework assignments. 4 of the 5 major components, and then there's major stories. You're going to write 2 or 3 actual major real news stories, sort of real news stories, and getting those done. That's your 5th component. So all those things together. Missing deadlines will bring substantial penalties and may result in a grade of 0. It's true. This is a journalism class. Deadlines are very important. You will lose points on some regular homework assignments, but other assignments may have a very firm deadline. Attendance. 2 classes can be missed without a penalty. 2 unexcused absences. But here's the thing. Everybody's going to get sick. Everybody's going to have something go wrong for them. Don't just blow your absences just because you feel like it, or it's not a great day. Everybody has bad days. Please don't. Please come to class. Save those absences for times when you really are sick or something else has gone wrong. Additional absences, 2 points will be deducted from your final grade. Additional absences that can very quickly drop you from a B to a C to a D. So arriving late is also an absence. Tardiness is an absence. 10 minutes late or leaving 10 minutes early. Okay, you've got a big problem. You've got a sick roommate you're having to take care of. You've got to leave a little early, or take a phone call during class, or something else. You talk to me about it. You let me know ahead of time. You keep me informed. We can work things out. But make sure you don't just arrive late for no reason. You will be called absent. Teamwork will be required. Maybe some, I don't know. Behavior. It's very important to me that you put your phones away during class. And I will, if you don't, I will warn you or tell you to. And then if you don't again, you'll start receiving points off your final grade. So this is a big deal. So please, no phone use during class, or non-class computer work. We will use the computers in class sometimes, but don't use them if we're not supposed to be using them. Cheating of any kind is a bad thing. Guess what? It's a bad thing. Yes, but in journalism classes, in the journalism program, there are severe punishments. There is no leniency for what kinds of cheating. Fabrication, making stuff up when it's supposed to be content you have gathered from sources and from documentary material. Plagiarism, extremely bad. Using somebody else's work and calling it your own. Copyright violation, also bad. Taking something at somebody else's intellectual property and using it without crediting them. Or maybe you can't use it at all. I don't think it's a big problem in this class, but anyway, plagiarism and fabrication will result in failure of the class if you are determined to have done this. So don't do it. All right, so the schedule. There's a daily schedule. I'll show you in a minute. That's what you use, not the syllabus schedule. Current events quizzes begin in week 2. Also, Newsroom 101, the lab portion of this class is fulfilled by required subscription, work independently. You must complete it. We're not doing it in class. You have to do it outside of class. You should expect this class will require more outside work, time-wise, for sure, because it's 4 credits. Okay, good. Facebook groups. Oh, yes, there's a Journalism Majors page on Facebook, and there's a Jack's Journalism Lounge on Facebook. I still think there's links on Brightspace. You could sign up for those if you wish. I think the Journalism Majors page could be useful, although it's not been very active lately. Okay, so that is the syllabus summary, which I am handing out in class. And it's here available here also, right? What else do we have on this first intro page? You should familiarize yourself with this whole thing. Yes, of course. Okay, here's the instructions for Newsroom 101 required for you to sign up. I'm not going to go over them all, but click on that or I'll be giving you the handout. New York Times available for you for free. This is how you sign up for the New York Times. Read that. Do it. Sample of the New York Times news quiz. What does this look like? So this was the quiz submitted by, I completed this one, I think. And then after doing it, I saved the page as a PDF, and that's what was submitted. So the answers are here. And it also tells me actually how I did on the quiz. How did I do on the quiz? It'll tell me at the bottom, I think. 9 of 11. And I got 11 out of 11. Congratulations. That's above my recent average, it says. So 11 out of 11. I would have got 100 on that assignment. You're going to have to do every week. You're going to see there's a Dropbox for you to put this PDF in of the news quiz. So you have to complete the news quiz, New York Times news quiz. So that means you have to sign up for the New York Times. Ideally, you should sign up for the news quiz to be sent to you. Otherwise, you can just go find it. There's a link. You can go find it every week. But you got to do the news quiz. Okay, good. What else is on that page? New York Times available, sample the quiz, helpful resource, glossary of journalism terms. Sure, good. You could get Microsoft Office 365, like Word and Excel and stuff like that. I don't know that it's gonna be required for class, but it's good to have, so you could do that. Attendance. I'm going to keep attendance, and you can go see your attendance. I'm keeping attendance on Cardinal Star, but it's not like updated every moment or something. I mean, like at the end of the week, I put in there the attendance. If you see I've said you're absent there, it's because you came in late or you're absent, or else you want to argue about it. You can. Jack's Journalism Lounge. I've got to put a link here also to the majors page on Facebook too. You could go join that if you wish. Not very active these days. I've been kind of busy. Okay, so there we go. Now, what does it say about week 1? Okay, let's go to week 1, shall we? Okay, here it is. All right, it says, what was due today? Nothing. You'll be happy to know nothing was due today. We will probably look at this every week. This is, by the way, similar to, I should have shown you, the daily schedule. If you want to see the whole schedule all at once, you can go here to this top link, which is daily schedule, and I might be showing you this every week. And it shows you what was due today, what's due next class, and it also tells you today's plan, introduction of instructor, teaching assistant. I may not have one. Hey, after you finish this class, if you're successful in the class and you want to be a TA, please think about being a TA for the class in the future, like next year. New York Times, Newsroom 101. There's a poll. I'm giving you a poll. I guess so. We'll see that in a minute. Okay. What else? Let's go back. Come on, computer. Let's go to week 1 again. Okay. I told you about signing up for Newsroom 101. Yes, good. I told you about getting the textbook. Yes, good. I told you begin reading chapter 1. There's a PDF in the linked Google Drive below. What's that? I'll show you in a minute. Use this if you don't have the text yet. You can also find the text in the library on reserve. In the library, you can find the text there too. Okay, good. Sign up for the free New York Times. I saw that on the overview page. Good. Respond to the Brightspace welcome message. Where is that? We'll look at that in a minute. Okay, good. Discussion, lecture, introduction, yeah. In-class poll about news writing, experience, and goals. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll send you that in an email. And then that was today, and then what is news and where do you get your news. We will talk about the next class, and you can see what was due next class is what becomes due today. Okay, good. Let's talk about those things. You need to find out about the Brightspace welcome thing, and then the poll, which is actually in-class poll. But I guess if you're not in class, you can just send me your answers in email. It's not really graded, but anyway. And also there's the, Brightspace welcome message. Oh, good. Okay. Here's the where do you get your, we'll do this together in class. It says a when. It's not Wednesday. This is the, is this the, where do you get your news? Is that the poll I'm doing? I should know that. No, that's not it. You can ignore that. It's stuff for us to talk about, and we're not meeting on Wednesday anyway. That's screwed up. Wow. Whew, sheesh. Okay. So study guide chapter 1. Okay. Yes. All right. Yes. And Newsroom 101 quiz. Okay. So the Newsroom 101 quiz 1, which is due September 2nd, this becomes available in a couple of days. And it's available till September 2nd. That is the first. This is the before. You have to have signed up within a week for Newsroom 101 to be able to do this quiz. Textbook chapter quiz, which is not available till September 1st. Yes, that's actually not. These things are not due this first class. These are due at the end of the week. In other words, you should be working on them. Brightspace welcome assignment. Okay. This tells you to, and you have a handout, to go to the student forum. I don't know if I've actually set it up yet, but it will be set up by the time you hear about this. Go to the student forum and respond to the message there. The message is going to say something like, welcome to JOU206. Please take a minute to familiarize yourself with the Brightspace site. So look all around on the site and respond here to tell me about and your classmates a bit about yourself. Tell us your major, your year, your hometown, your hobbies. Don't tell us anything you don't want us to know. And then you can stick that stuff in there as a reply to the forum thread on that topic. And then you can lurk around there and see what other people write too. It's just a get to know you thing, and encouraging you to get used to Brightspace, the student forum. So this is the assignment text, which you probably get in my email also, and this is where you're going to go to do it. All right, the other stuff you don't worry about today, but this you do have to. This is a Google Drive folder. So you click on that link and you should come to here, which is a Google Drive. And here's the problem. There's some things I want to give you that are not easy to give you via Brightspace. So we have a Google Drive which is attached here. And one of them is the first reading, which is Inside Reporting Chapter 1. Journalism Students News Attitude Survey. Is this the survey? Actually, this is the survey. This is the survey that we're going to do in class. And then I have some past results from past students. And so we will do this probably together. So you should do it and send me your results. You can't actually click on this and put it. You just have to do it in an email to me. So yeah, we're going to do that. There's not much else in this folder at this time, but there may be other things added as we go along. But things that don't easily work in Brightspace. So that's the drive. And again, go back to week 1. I think I about covered all that stuff there. And so let's go over I'll ask you to do the poll on your own. Okay, one more thing to talk about. Student publications. So some of you are journalism students, some of you are PR students, and some of you are neither of them. Some of you are freshmen. Some of you are seniors, actually. Wow, to become a senior and taking this course, I'm not sure how that worked out, but anyway, here you are. If you are a true first-year student, I shouldn't say freshman, first-year student, and this is your very first semester in college, well then, you probably shouldn't be joining our student publications, unless you're really into it and you want to. Or maybe you just want to come by and see what they're about. you could do that. But there's two of them I'm talking about. Cardinal Points, which is the college newspaper, and Due North, which is the magazine. Is that a copy here? There's actually a copy of the old magazine. You can pick it up in a lot of places on campus and so on. It's more about that, but we'll go to the website. Maybe I'll show you. Anyway, so the Cardinal Points newspaper is mostly an online paper this time. I'll go to it here. There it is. And it is the voice of the students and information for students about the campus. So how does this stuff get here? Well, this is all completely student run, student edited, student photographed, student written, and I'm the advisor for it. It is required for journalism students to spend at least a few semesters in this publication, but it's not required in your first year of your very first time in college. One reason is that this course you're in, 206, is one of the prereqs for this. So maybe you take the course first and then you go here. But maybe you want to just stop by and see what it's about. We meet Mondays at 7 p.m. in Ward 110, which is the big auditorium room in Ward at the corner of the building, where the building turns and goes towards the dean's office. You could just come by and say hi, meet the editors, see what's up, see what it's about. You could come by even not just join for credit. You could just join as a club and just go like a club and maybe write a little bit something and learn a little bit about it. And you could do all that on your own terms, or, and especially if you are not a first-year student, but you're a little later, or you're some other major and you're interested in this stuff, you want more practice writing, then you could go join for credit. It's 1 credit for students to join. It's JOU206. B is the 1 credit section. And then there's editors. You could become an editor if you had more experience with it and stuff too. You are going to need an override to register. You're going to need to talk to me or email me and stuff. But that is very doable. So if you want to join it just as a club, then just come. If you want to join it and you think, hey, I really want to join for credit, great. Then you can just come and let me know and we'll get you registered. If nothing else, having taken this class, when you successfully complete it, then you're going to need to go do this if you're a journalism student. And you're strongly encouraged to, even if you're not a journalism student. Lots of people from different majors are involved in Cardinal Points. And we do occasionally, and hopefully this semester we'll again be able to do some printed copies too of the actual publication, which is done as an e-edition. So here's the e-edition. So we actually still paginate and create the paper. My computer's gone so slow today. That's terrible. So it's like an actual newspaper we actually made. It could have been printed, but wasn't. And there it is and stuff. Okay, good. So you learn those skills too. Okay, so what's the other one? What about Due North? Here's Due North Magazine. So Due North Magazine is a glossy. It's actually, although there's a website, that's not its main function. Its main function is it is a glossy online, it's glossy on paper tourism magazine for the region, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce for this county. So the students are writing off-campus stories now on topics of interest to visitors to the county. Again, if you're a journalism student, you will have to spend some time in this publication. If you're not, you want to get involved, we would love to have you. Again, it's writers, editors, photographers, page designers are the key skills. Promotion and potentially social media and stuff are options too. But so it's a great publication, doing interesting stories about the region. You can also read. We actually produce it on a cycle where we will also produce. Here they are. Printed copies. There are some of the old printed copies are here. So you could look at these again as a PDF document. Yeah, we won't bother with that right now. So these are how it looks printed, and it's a very attractive, very fun project. Again, working with students on this project. So you want to know more about that, you can ask me about that too. So student publications, I'm an advisor for those two. There's a third publication, which is on hiatus right now, which is called APN, All Platts Now. That's what it was called. And we'll see what happens with that in the future, if that becomes available to you. All right. Hey, I probably missed something. You probably have questions. I hope you do. Please email me about them. Hey, and then come to class. We'll see you. Hopefully you are back for our second class.